What's going on, everyone? Welcome back to Gloss Garage, where we make detailing simple. My name is Sak, and I have something special for you guys. So for this part of the video, we're gonna go ahead and wash, clay, prep, and coat this brand new BMW X5. It's fresh off the lot, literally just received. This practically almost zero contamination, practically nothing, but I will still go ahead and show you the process so that way you guys understand what I'm gonna go ahead and do. And this is the best time to go ahead and do this for your vehicle. So what we're gonna go ahead and do is we're gonna wash the vehicle. I have some incredible suds in there. We're gonna clay the vehicle. We're gonna use iron remover with the clay towel. And then from there, we're gonna go ahead and give it a cleaner polish. What I mean about a cleaner polish is more of not really going for correction capabilities. We're gonna go ahead and polish the paint just to go ahead and clean up any residual minuscule type of contamination that's on the paint, because remember, although it's a brand new vehicle, it may have a little bit of contamination, and we're gonna go ahead and use the Optimum Hyper Polish. No, Optimum Hyper Polish doesn't cut as well as it used to, but I have a little bit left, and it works very well if you're gonna use it as a cleaner polish, because I don't wanna waste, my gold standard or my OP compound, because those really cut amazingly well, and it's gonna be useless for something that we're just gonna literally do 1-2 section passes and that's it, move on, just to clean up the rest of those contamination. And then I'm gonna be using the blue waffle pad here. But yeah, so hopefully you guys enjoy this type of content. Hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. All the products will be down below in the description. And of course, I have the DIY detail rinseless in here just because we're gonna be using a rinseless dampened towel to go ahead and remove the polish residue. And then last but not least, we're gonna be applying the OP7 compound ceramic coating. So this OP7, I've already opened it about 2 weeks ago, but the vehicle already has a warranty on it, so the customer is getting lucky and getting a 7-year coating instead, because I like to use my coatings that way, even though it was gonna be a 3-year coating that I typically offer, but he's gonna go ahead and get a 7-year, and that's it. So yep, let's go ahead and get started. As I stated in the intro, this car was not dirty whatsoever, but we ended up cleaning the wheels and tires and then applying DIY detail quick beads, which is a ceramic graphene infused water activated type of protection on the wheels. That way it could at least last a month, because BMWs are notorious for brake dust. Once we finished the contact wash, while the car is still wet, we went ahead and applied DIY detail iron remover. That way we could remove any embedded, minuscule iron particles that's on the paint. And we used the DIY detail perforated clay towel. This will not scar or mar or scratch the paint. We're not using any pressure whatsoever. All we're doing is guiding and gliding the clay towel. That way to go ahead and remove, like I said, any residual iron contamination that's on the paint. And then from there we just go ahead, rinse off, and then we're ready for the polishing step. As we go ahead and move on to the polishing step, you always want to use a clean damp pad, and in this case I'm using the Optimum old school ultra finishing blue pad, and then I am pairing it up with a rotary with the Optimum Hyper Polish, and I'm using Optimum Hyper Polish as a cleaner polish. What I mean about a cleaner polish is more to go ahead and cut whatever I can cut or do whatever in 1 to 2 section passes, and then from there its main purpose is to go ahead and remove any residual wax or sealant that the dealership may have applied, because dealerships do something called a PDI, which is called a pre-delivery inspection, and a lot of the times they have their own detailers go ahead in the back and wash the vehicle and apply any type of wax or ceramic sealant on it, and this is what's going to hinder the coating from actually bonding to the paint. So I want to make sure I go ahead and remove that wax or last standing protection that the dealership left behind. All right, everyone, so we're up to the paint prep stage right before the ceramic coating stage. So like I said, this is something quick. It took us about 30 minutes to do. We just went around the whole vehicle, 1 to 2 passes. That was all that was needed for this vehicle. Nothing else to remove any residual, waxes or sealants. But it also did brighten up the paint a lot. It just looks nice and glossy, even through the camera. So we're gonna go ahead and apply the paint prep. This to remove any residual oils left behind from the polish. That way the coating can bond properly. And ideally you want to use a paint prep that is with your coating, if that makes sense. So Owner's Pride makes their own panel prep, which is called paint prep. You could use, McKee's panel prep as well, or prep spray, coating prep spray. That's another good one. But you really want to stay within the family of whatever ceramic coating you're applying. So I like to I'm gonna spray this to the side because I don't like to have a bunch of alcohol all over the place. So adjust the sprayer too. And there we go. I like to saturate one side and just wipe. No pressure. You're just applying the paint prep on. It'll flash off quickly. I'm not in direct sunlight either, but if you are, you don't want to do such a huge area like I did here because you will get these little residue or streaking if possible, but that's about it. Just go ahead and do this. I'm gonna do this around the whole vehicle and get ready to ceramic coat. All right, everyone, so I just finished panel prepping the entire car. So this is how the paint looks. Nice, bare, super glossy. And this was just, like I said, just to clean up and remove any residual type of polish, not really scratches and swirls, but whatever it removed. But the gloss is insane on this. But now we're up to the coating part, and this is where we're going to add, the rest of OP7. I already did the roof, so that way I'm not boring you guys. But I ended up getting another brand new applicator, just because the roof had those little rubber stuff on the sunroof. It stained it black. But anyways, you want to always shake it up, even though I already shook that up beforehand. And if you open any type of ceramic coating, you really want to make sure you remove any of that crystallization, which I've been using this already, so everything has been removed. And then we're gonna go ahead and use any applicator of choice. I like to use a foam applicator. So you go ahead and prime the applicator. This is gonna drip out a lot, yep, just as such. And then from here on in, all you really need is 3 to 4 dots, and that's it. You're pretty much done. So close this up, put this to the side, and this should be enough to do literally this whole quarter panel. And what I like to do is put like a little T first, like down the middle, box out the corners, and then apply it as such. Once you box that corner up, come back around, box this corner up, and then fill in the inside. You could go in straight lines, squares, triangles. It don't matter, just as long as you get even coverage. And this is a lot for the first application, but it is okay. This is just because we were priming the applicator. And since I have a little bit more off screen, off camera, I'm gonna go ahead and just put this on the side view mirror. That way I'm not just waiting for coating to dry. And as we move up here, you will see that this coating sweats. It doesn't rainbow, it starts sweating. So that's when you know it's ready to go ahead and get leveled off. It is a bit humid, but that's about it. The side view mirror is still sweating a little bit. The rest of this is done. So we're just gonna level it off, no pressure. And we're gonna go ahead and box the corners, come back around. And the coating is super slick to the touch. Probably one of the slickest coatings on the market, literally. This is insanely slick. Be careful with high spots. Again, this is OP7, so a lot of people won't be applying this because you got to be an authorized installer. But if you are an authorized installer, you really want to be careful of leaving high spots. You will have to sand these bad boys down or compound it for sure. And just for context, oh, you guys can see it on the camera, but just for context, look how slick this coating is. I'm using one finger, draggy. Now it's folding. Look, it's folding, slick. Look, here I feel resistant, so I don't want to add any marring, but this is super slick. Look, nothing on the hood, and then the minute it touches the other end, it starts sliding off. I haven't done the hood yet, but that's about it. As for the side view mirror, it is ready to level off. Go ahead, level this bad boy off, and that's it. So I'm going to continue the rest, and then I'll show you the after results. This OP7 is definitely one of my favorite ceramic coatings to go ahead and apply on any vehicle, especially as an authorized installer. It's a 7-year coating. It comes with a warranty, and on top of that, it's a single layer coating with a long work time. As you can see, I am doing half the hood, and then I'm going ahead and just leveling off, you know, comfortably. And for this ceramic coating, you really want to go ahead and wait till it sweats, and then once it starts beading, you see these little beads, it's ready to go ahead and level off, and it's just super slick. And the gloss is just absolutely off the charts with this coating as well. But yeah, so let's go ahead and I'll show you the results. All right, everyone, so there you go. There you have it. Look how nice and glossy the paint looks. But pretty much that is it. What we use the blue ultra finishing waffle pad from Optimum, and we use the Optimum hyper polish to go ahead and just remove any last step protection that the dealership left behind. That way, when we use the panel prep, we prep the paints, and the ceramic coating actually bonds to the paints. And we also did it with using the rotary, and as you can see, the results speak for themselves. We did not go to remove any scratches or anything. We just went ahead and removed any residuals type of stuff left behind from the dealership. So there it is. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. Hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, and other than that, I'll see you guys on the next one. Peace.